These are the stories
My little girl, she's changing lives just by being herself.
of organizations and people making a difference.
When you first tell someone about adaptive wheelchair boxing, it doesn't sound real.
And empowering others
It saved my life. It saved my life.
across Canada
I scored my first goal in my first blind hockey game.
in our community.
My name is Bryden Vino, and I am the program coordinator with the Vancouver Adapted Music Society. The studio is a big open space, and we try and put everything around to the outsides, whether it's the keyboards or the desks with the monitors and the mixing board. But we also have our back room that has our drum kit and the upright piano. We can run some cables into the back, set up microphones, and have that be more of the live room. I run the 3-tiered program: lessons, recordings, and live performance opportunities for musicians with disabilities. Inpatients here at GF Strong, where our studio is located, outpatients, or just community clients. Oh, hey, Graham.
How you doing?
Good, man. How are you?
Good. My name's Graham Wyman. I manage the Vancouver Adapted Music Society.
First things first, we should talk about the rehearsals for the fundraiser.
Yeah. This weekend, we have a big fundraiser showcasing 4 of our artists.
We can leave the full drum kit set up on the stage for that.
We do need to bring the breakables for it, though.
Yes, that is right.
My personal disability is a very rare type of dwarfism. It's spondyloepiphyseal metaphyseal dysplasia type 2 with distinctive hands. It's a mouthful. The posters are already at my place. I printed them off.
How many posters did you get?
35.
30.
Yeah.
35 for the 35th anniversary. You're so smart, man.
No, I know. I had never known about the Vancouver Adapted Music Society. I'm traditionally trained as a guitar player. Most people use 4 fingers on the instrument. I actually can only use 3, but that never inhibited me. I guess in my own way, I was adapting how I play music. We also need the donation box.
Yeah.
So I'll go grab that real quick.
Cool.
The society gives our community ownership over their own musical journey. We welcome anyone with a disability. People think just because you're disabled, you might not be able to play music as capable as an able-bodied person. But I've been playing music since I was 6 years old.
Turner Churchill is a client of the society who started coming in looking for that opportunity, that outlet to create music again.
Hey, buddy. How's it
going?
going?
I'll grab the door one sec.
My name is Turner Churchill. I record my own music at the Vancouver Adapted Music Society.
I just got this new pedal last night. I was thinking we could use it.
Sick. I had my stroke January 10th, 2022. It affects my right side, my arm, my leg, and my speech.
Do you want to just keep working on the new track that we did?
Yeah,
last
sure.
session?
Here's my hard drive.
Awesome.
Been a long haul and a very slow process, but now I can talk and walk. I feel a lot better than when I had it.
So what did you add?
A little bit of synth.
Okay.
Pretty high octane.
Some high octane synth. Okay. I love it.
I'm mostly a keyboard player. Kind of music that I like now is more like electronic music.
Am I thinking something pretty natural sounding?
Yeah, like that'd be sick.
It's a loop too, so we
Okay,
can just stretch it.
Yeah. Put out 2 EPs this year, so I'm recording like a 10 song right now. It's too fast, so man.
I don't think so.
Oh yeah, okay. Yeah, that's sweet though.
Right? The recording process is definitely very dynamic. An artist might come in with lyrics, the chords, know how to play it. That's cool. All I need to do is just hit record and then do the mix after. It's almost scary when it like goes up like that in pitch. Okay, let's hear what this. Other clients might come in and have an idea.
Yeah.
Maybe just a couple chords and they want help writing lyrics. That's cool. It's just a creative space and it doesn't matter what you come in the door with. Okay, so we have that.
We can do like a line
over top of the...
just like the verses.
Sure, yeah. We're gonna try and be that conduit that grants our clients as much autonomy as possible, but whatever gap that they need filled, that's where I can come in.
It's like a Brian Eno.
Yeah.
So cool.
Well, I'll just give you 2 bars of pre-roll.
So it's
It'll
like
just
a
loop.
G sharp, right?
Yeah, it's G sharp, C sharp, D sharp.
I can just mess around with those notes though.
Ready?
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, and...
I don't know if this will cut through though.
close.
That's pretty cool sounding.
The need that the society provides for me is stability, like something I can do every week and like look forward to do it. It's like really good support system. When you have a disability, you kind of think that like some things have been taken away from you.
Oh, that's so cool.
This organization like helps that like not be the case. It like makes me feel more positive because I can do some stuff that I used to do. I'll probably,
Yeah, we got it.
kind of put some like some chords like stabs. Yeah, just double it, right?
Full mix.
Sick.
Would you make me a cup of ginger tea, please?
Sure.
My name is Joël Fafard, and I'm a member of the Vancouver Adapted Music Society. I'll have a little rest, and then I have a session with the loop pedal again.
Oh, good.
With the Vancouver Adapted Music Society. I'm a traveling, touring artist. I play fingerstyle slide guitar. I really focus on playing blues and sort of southern gospel music and tying it together into original songs as well.
It was fun to come in here yesterday and hear you playing and looping things.
Another lesson I learned was after I find something really nice, I'm supposed to press right instead of delete. But guess which one I did?
You deleted.
I deleted.
Oh, well, that's all part of the learning.
Yeah, I've been lucky enough to be able to tour over many parts of the world and certainly across Canada many times.
Do you want to play Ain't No Grave?
Sure, got time, yeah?
I think so. I'll just grab my guitar there.
Yeah, it's good. Music for my family is something that everybody enjoys. Everybody plays it a little bit. My wife, Megan, and I, we often play music together. That'll be a good way to start the day.
It always is. Do you want to start it? Because I know you like to sing it a little faster than I do.
Sure, man. Well, there ain't no grave gonna hold my body down. There ain't no grave gonna hold my body down. I hear that trumpet sound. Get up out of the ground. There ain't no grave gonna hold my body down. My stroke happened on the night of May 31st. I had just gotten home from a tour of Eastern Canada and Europe. I had a beautiful day with my wife, sitting on the beach, watching the sunset. Instead of falling to sleep, instead I fell into this new phase of my life.
Meet me, Jesus, meet me. When you meet me in the middle of the air. If these wings I have, they fail me. Meet me with another pair. There ain't no grave gonna hold my body down. There ain't no grave gonna hold my body down. Gonna get up out of the ground. When I hear that trumpet sound, there ain't no grave gonna hold my body down.
You think about who you are coming out of the ambulance, you're realizing that parts of your body are shutting down. And it's pretty scary, honestly. You don't even know if you want to live. Until you're faced with it, of course.
Going down to Jordan, gonna bury my knees in the sand. I'm gonna holler out Hosanna, gonna reach that promised land. There ain't no grave gonna hold my body down. There ain't no grave gonna hold my body down.
That night, they couldn't get my blood pressure down enough to take what they call the miracle drug. It's a heavy blood thinner that can sometimes dissolve a clot in your brain, and actually you can get lucky. But there's a window for that, and they have to have your blood pressure at a certain place, and they couldn't do it. When that window closed, they wanted to know if I was willing to take it anyway. They might reverse it, might stay the same, or might die. Not proud to say it, but I took that risk without even really thinking.
Over Jordan, and what did I see? I saw a band of angels coming after me. There ain't no grave gonna hold my body down. There ain't no grave gonna hold my body down.
So now the drug has been given and you got time to think it through and you realize, oh boy, I've got a lot of things to live for.
Hold my body down.
My identity is not a musician, it's not a guitar player. I knew who I was, and no stroke could take that. I've been choosing my own path for 30 years now. Now there's this new path for me and I didn't choose it, but I'm gonna take it.
Our Community will return after the break. We now return to Our Community.
I wasn't sleeping very well in the beginning. In one corner of the lunchroom, there was a piano there. I knew I needed to do something musical, and I couldn't pick up my guitar. So I would just sit there around 5 in the morning and start plunking it out. I'd be looking at my left hand and going, boy, oh, wouldn't this sound nice if I could accompany myself. Thought about harmonica, but I have hypersensitivity and lack of control on the left side of my face. It didn't really work. One morning I was lying in bed and I just saw the harmonica that was still sitting on the side table, and I picked it up and I just started playing it. It wasn't bothering me as much, or I was willing to put up with it. That was about 6 weeks ago. Hey, bud.
Hey, Joel. How's it going?
Pretty good. How are you doing today?
Nice.
Been playing every day since.
I'll just get the mic set up now.
Sure.
Joel is a newer client with the Society. He showed me a YouTube video of his most recent song that he released, and I realized that we have a very talented musician here.
So good seats, everybody. So good seats, everybody.
So you've been practicing any harmonica in the meantime?
Yeah, I always play here on the walk in the morning.
Wait, like you're walking outside and you're playing
I'm the
harmonica
crazy
down the
guy
street?
limping down the street with a harmonica now, and I know exactly what it looks like, and I don't care.
Joel got a looping pedal, so we started trying to figure out how he can use the harmonica to create some loops, beatbox a little bit to get some drums down.
Beatboxing or singing the bass line, whatever, and it's hard to keep track of how many bars I've been. So what I thought of this morning actually was trying to maybe count 4 beats on each finger.
With the way that the looping pedal works, he's able to then set up a song that he can sing over top of.
I'm sort of hoping that will allow me to get a phrase as long as I want.
We set up the little table that he can get all his harmonicas on, and then we set up the microphone into the looping pedal.
Let's get a new thing going, I guess.
Yeah. That's new.
Also working on my bends.
Every week you're getting better. So
All right, what am I doing here?
yeah, do you want to start with just like a snare drum or a beatbox?
I had learned to play guitar in a way that I could really express my feelings and draw out emotions.
Nice.
I can play
A little
with that.
draggy bass. You know,
The
get
bass.
that- Yeah.
You want me to fix it?
No, I think it's cool. I like the draggy bass. Your goal is to play live, right?
I think I would enjoy to do that again. That would be a nice chapter to the story. I think it's going to take years of playing harmonica before I can do that, but this has been a really safe place to explore that. Talk to your engineers about that idea we had about the lap steel that I bought that I was hoping that I might be able to play.
The newest addition to the adaptive instrument catalog is the guitar strummer.
For me, we'd have to reconnect it all the opposite way.
His stroke has affected his left side, so he's not able to actually fret any chords right now. So it can be taken off and put on a left-handed guitar.
I know where everything has to be. If
Yeah.
I looked into a mirror, it would look normal. It's what I think I normally see.
You do have to adjust right here at the bottom where the strings meet the bridge. It has to be dead flat so that
Oh, it can't have the curve of the neck. It has to be so that the pick can
if the strings
evenly-
curve a little bit, then the pick doesn't grab every string.
or grabs
equally.
the middle ones too hard. Yeah.
It's almost like a pedal that you'd see on a drum kit for the hi-hat to close the cymbal. We've repurposed that to mount onto the top of the guitar where you'd strum, and you can press down on the pedal and a pick will slide across the strings, and then everything is all on one side of your body.
Can I just try the pedal once?
Of course, man. Yeah, yeah.
You can't imagine what that feels like.
It's better when it's like, when you're up a little higher so that you can use your body weight a bit more.
I'm not exactly clear what it would mean to me to play guitar again. I suppose it would depend on how well I could play, or maybe it wouldn't. Maybe I would just be thrilled to learn to explore it in different ways. I've thought about, well, what if I can't do all this stuff? And then, well, you're creative, you'll think of ways to play melodies that can express who you are. I know I'm gonna play music again. Just might be something else.
My name's Rachel Ransom, and I'm a singer-songwriter for Vancouver Adapted Music Society. Finally stopped raining out. As a kid, cerebral palsy impacted me in a lot of different ways. Physically, I was dealing with things that other kids weren't dealing with, like walking with a limp and dealing with chronic daily pain. Having to explain that as an 8-year-old in elementary school was kind of tough. Hello.
Hey.
How's it going?
I'm good. How are you doing?
Good.
Ready to work?
Yeah, always.
Nice to see you.
Good to see you too.
Yeah.
Now as an adult, I've been able to sort of find my own voice and my own interests in life.
We could track some more vocals for 6710.
Yeah, let's do it. This album that Bride and I are working on is my first album.
We can kind of treat them as demo again, with a
Yeah.
little more pizzazz.
Well, because we built it out a little more than last time, right?
Yes, yeah.
In a matter of months, I'm gonna have music on Apple Music, Spotify, wherever that is mine.
Just gonna get you to put on these headphones.
Thank you.
There you go.
Biggest barrier I face as an artist stems from my inability to conform. Mic doesn't do much unless it's plugged in.
It doesn't do much at all.
I think I don't fit the over-sexualized narrative that a lot of women in the music industry do.
Can you just test the mic? Yeah.
Check, 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 check. The society gives me a chance to record in a studio music that I've been working on for years.
Here we go.
Saturday morning and I hear them laughing. Music for me is kind of like therapy. When you can't control your own body, there's always these micro frustrations that build and build. Being able to kind of let some of that out through songwriting is really great. It gives me a voice. Having that be put out there is just another form of me saying, well, you know, I'm disabled, but I'm here. I talk too much 'cause I'm dying to be heard.
Today we have the 35th anniversary of the Vancouver Adapted Music Society's fundraiser. Do you think we even need the cart right now?
I don't think we need the cart.
No.
No.
The great thing about this event is it also gets us an opportunity to expand between the Vancouver Adapted Music Society community and within the local Vancouver music scene.
That's it?
Yeah, I think that's it.
I'm performing 7 original songs today. I'm feeling a little bit nervous because 2 of those songs I've never played live before. Hey, how's it going?
Good. How you doing?
Good, how are you? How you feeling?
Ready?
Well, good to see you. All right, now it's been a minute.
I know.
So hopefully, yeah, we can get one run through of it.
Just before we get going, that'll be our sound check.
Well, that'll be the only run.
No, I know.
Yeah.
I know, right? I know.
It's a good opportunity, and I want to celebrate VAMS 35 years. I think that's awesome. But I'm just a little nervous to be in front of a lot of people because it's my first time playing at a bigger, like, bar pub venue. So I want to make sure I do it justice.
We got to get going, right?
Yeah.
Like, we're supposed to be on at 4, right?
Time is it?
9 minutes, too.
Just squeaking in.
This hair on our chinny chin chins.
Our community will return after the break. We now return to our community.
My name is Rachel Ransom, and I'm sharing the stage with Bryden, and we are celebrating for VAMS, Vancouver Adapted Music Society's 35th anniversary. You refuse to see what your lack of words say to me. My nerves went away as soon as I started singing. It was like, okay, gotta just focus on what I'm doing and focus on the shows. Hey, am I just a bug on your windshield? Fool. flesh for hoping you care how I feel.
It's seeing people with disabilities playing music and not hearing any difference than any other person that would be playing a song up there.
What's become of this?
Seeing people do something that they thought they'd never do.
Oh, darling, let's reminisce.
The Vancouver Adapted Music Society has helped in my recovery in the sense that they're helping me keep my spirits up. If your spirits aren't up while you're trying to recover from a stroke, you really just can't do it.
Right where you've always been. I see you there. A four-leaf clover kind of red. It kind of feels like a redemption. Am I just a bug on your windshield? When you have a disability that limits your range of motion, your movement, you feel like you can't control your own body. Heartbeats racing, thoughts are chasing. When I'm on stage and I'm singing songs that I wrote, especially when I get to play with other musicians, it's an equalizer. Oh, darling, let's reminisce. Thank you very much.
Society's making this shift, and I think it's also important to see this shift within the disabled community and what they're capable of. I think it's about time.
Director, Danny Spears. Production Supervisor, Annie Armstrong. Director of Photography, Dion Nell. Audio Mix, Tyler Gillis. Integrated Described Video Specialist, Ron Rickford. Supervising Producer, Jennifer Johnson. Content Development Specialist, Sylvie Faquette. Director, Content Development and Production, Kara Nye. Copyright 2023, Accessible Media, Inc.
An AMI original production.